If you are very sensitive or very easily offended,
then welcome back to Cognitive Clog, because here's another episode of
Cancel modern women. Cancel modern women. Cancel modern women.
Holy shit, man. Unkempt. Unkempt. Jeffree Star's yaks chewed on this shirt. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, today we are covering Jordan Green, a creator and inspirer, dare I say, or in other words, another dating coach, of which I am one, but I'm also an aspiring clown, so hopefully this video would be both entertaining and educational. I mean, I honestly didn't go that deep in his case and only came by this video of him where he talks about these issues of modern women. So let's dive. Also, to be fair, the thing that I like about him is that he doesn't generalize.
I feel like when I make these videos, it's very important for me to clarify from the beginning that I am not talking about all women. Just like in the past when I've made videos talking about how modern men are down bad, I know that that video did not apply to all men.
And that he treats everyone equally.
I want to talk more about my unique experiences with women and what I've noticed with all of them.
Never mind. But what does it have to do with modern women and dating?
Why most women seem to struggle in modern society, or more so, just aren't happy.
I let him explain.
What I've noticed is that social media and dating apps have messed up the balance of nature. For example, if you're a girl and you're swiping through Tinder, okay, it's distorting your view of attraction to be physical as opposed to emotional.
Okay, so what he says in this video is basically that women feel attraction emotionally while men perceive it on a visual level. Or, you know, basically men are drooling watching women who are getting wet over nerds reciting Pablo Neruda.
And I think that that's a major, major problem. Because now you have men being objectified. And I'm not saying that women aren't being objectified. I'm not saying that being objectified is right on either end. But what I am saying is that it is not natural for a woman to lead with physical attraction.
Are you shitting me?
Tinder is distorting women to be more visual. I mean, I personally don't give a fuck, honey, but since you're bringing nature into this, women are visual. Like, no shade, ladies, but... No shade, ladies, but of all these pairs, who do you think spend the most time in front of a mirror? Honestly, I think the only reason women used to be, if ever, into this type of nerdy shit was because for thousands of years their, well, thing was called a flower instead of junk, which is a proper way to address human reproductive system. I mean, who's more likely to have to combat an ulterior meaning in order to fuck a ripped, hot dude in onesies without being pegged as a promiscuous hoe bag?
If a man DMs a girl on Instagram, he's not going to be able to make her feel something based on that initial interaction. If a man were to approach a woman walking down the street, he has a much higher chance of being able to make her feel a certain way.
With that certain way being uncomfortable and even threatened, if you want to make women feel a certain way, approach them on the street or like in an alley, preferably in the dark, and start whistling when you get close. You'll definitely make her feel something, and I mean, you'll probably end up feeling something too, you know, granted she carries mace. But, I mean, don't, that was a joke. But kidding aside, yes, it is easier to trap someone in IRL social encounters, while it is socially accepted, at least to sane people, that texting doesn't really need a conclusion, and you can just leave, go about your work, come back, reply, you know. But you can't really just get up and leave in the middle of a conversation in real life. One of my friends actually used to do this, but he was like this actual embodiment of dazed artist. So, not really a thing. Also, online we have access to this great power, blocking, which doesn't exist in a coffee shop. But I mean, would you really want to be a part of a conversation with someone who would have blocked you if they could?
Masculinity and femininity. And like I said, these two things are balancing factors. One is not better than the other. They need each other. It's a yin yang. Okay, you can't have men without women and you can't have women without men. But what happens when men aren't men and women aren't women?
Well, I mean, it's technically June.
Okay, now, like I said, that doesn't mean that women should not go out and make money. But if you want to find a long-lasting, fulfilling relationship,
They shouldn't.
okay, you have to understand your nature and you have to be willing to surrender to your nature while still not compromising the essence of who you are.
Granted, you realize that the essence of who you are is an obedient maid who does her own husband's laundry, cooking, and sometimes bathe his feet in a basin of milk and rose petals. I think that's pretty much the gayest thing that you can ask for as a heterosexual man. But I mean, if you want to be toxic, at least be tasteful.
Now, speaking of being a strong, independent woman and getting to your bag and everything like that, the next problem with a lot of modern women, and this is going to be very controversial. I mean, this whole video is controversial, but OnlyFans.
Anyway, his third point is about OnlyFans, which I don't really want to go through in this video. I'm planning actually to do a separate video on sex workers at some point, or like even turn it into a more elaborate video, say in future, who knows. So if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, maybe, or even subscribe to my channel, because 15 subscribers is a bit embarrassing. But it is embarrassing for me, of course. So, no pressure. And if you didn't enjoy the video, you can just comment, "Shut up, dumbass." And with all being said, see you in the next video. Wear a condom. Bye.